the ancient borgo of La Torre. That which today constitutes only a district of San Pietro al Tanagro was in effect a borgo in itself, just as was the ancient borgo of San Pietro. Between the 1500s and the 1600s, San Pietro developed more than La Torre, finding in the church of San Pietro Apostolo its own center of gravity. Not for this, however, can one assume that the small Borgo di La Torre did not have an important role in the course of history. The place name seems to come from a sighting tower, or better still a fortified construction, identified with Palazzo Iannelli still existing today, but could also be linked to the presence of a water collection basin, in dialect called Torre, of a mill which in ancient times stood there. There still today exists a well-conserved mill, and the ruins of a water collection basin for another mill, whose existence is due to the nearby Secchio Torrente. To support this hypothesis, there's also the presence of a small church dedicated to San Giovanni Battista, whose cult is closely linked to water. Another proof of this theory is the verification that the ancient denomination of the little church was San Giovanni nella Torre. That is almost as much as to indicate that it rose out of the interior of a preceding water basin. Climbing up to Serone, taking Corso Torre, on the left one meets a building which was perhaps destined for cultural purposes, given the presence on the facade of 2 crosses and 2 votive apses. Later there is an ancient olive press with all the equipment, and the chapel of the 1800s of San Vito, while on the right one comes upon the majestic Palazzo Iannelli. In the valley, along the Via Secchio II, one notes the washhouse, still occasionally used today, and the Onelli oil works. The identity of belonging to the ancient Borgo is still very much alive, so much so as to give the inhabitants of the Rione a strong sense of attachment to La Torre, even before that of the entire town of San Pietro al Tanagro.